Scalpers. You know them, you hate them. Enough said there. Scalpers are really nothing new, but they've been given like a rage potion of some sort ever since the new Pokemon cards came out. If you don't know what Scalpers are, they're basically just money-obsessed slime balls. They go into a store, grab as many Pokemon cards as they can, and then put them on eBay. They kind of rely on supply and demand, knowing that there are a bunch of other scalpers out there who are doing the same thing, and they'll put it online for an upcharge. Or they will be even more degenerate and scan the packs for hits and sell the hitless packs to people on Whatnot or eBay or whatever. Scalping has got to be one of the worst hobbies and has completely taken away Pokemon cards from kids and people who actually want to organically collect and build their collections. Aside from that, scalpers just make it difficult to get anything, really. New console drops, that's getting scalped. Shoes, ticket scalpers have been around forever. I just asked Israel GPT and they're telling me that apparently during COVID, furniture and home goods were getting scalped. GameStop has even started cracking down on scalpers who bring in scales to their store, giving them lifetime bans. Rare GameStop W. But also, weirdly enough, they're price matching scalped prices, which is weird. With all that being said, let's take a look at this loser who posted his absolute just stupidity on the internet.
So no one was gonna tell me that these are absolute fucking bricks? What?
So my first order of these Justin Rivals bullshit ass Japanese releases, dude, no one was gonna tell me, no fellow scalper was gonna tell me that the Japanese versions of these things are bricks.
Now, I am by no means a Pokemon expert. I don't even really collect them anymore, but I know for a fact that Japanese cards are absolute dog water.
This is just the first set of 3 of many orders that are set to come, and I paid $200. Basically, Scalper got scalped. I paid resale prices for the Japanese release, and now I'm cooked.
This absolute goofball paid resale prices for something he was planning on reselling. There are genuine levels to this stupidity. When you look up the box, this is the first thing that pops up for eBay. It's $95, and I'm sure that's even overpriced nowadays. Recently, this has been a common theme in the scalper community because scalpers come into the Pokemon community and have no fucking clue what they're doing. Honestly though, it just puts a smile on my face and a white tear runs down my leg when I hear about these scalpers getting cooked. I really want to know the beautiful individual who had one of the greatest come-ups of all time on this loser and sold him overpriced cards because he didn't know what was up. Alright, let's take a look at another piece of trash. This is a more traditional scalping event where he's in a Target.
Well, if you don't give a shit about it, why won't you just hell out and have one, dude? He's literally like asked you so politely, like. You want this one? You really do? Yeah, you do. Yeah. He just wants the pouch.
Like, bro, genuinely, what is going through this guy's head right now? He just destroyed store property that he hasn't even purchased yet. It really makes me wonder if these scalpers go into these stores with the knowledge that they are the villains, so they just go all out. Actually, for a matter of fact, I believe that a lot of scalpers do know they are the villain and take a lot of pride in it. Take this, for instance, a grown-ass man who is quite literally taking toys away from a kid. It puts a terrible name on adult collectors who actually just want to have fun and have hobbies. Like me, for instance, I'm 20 years old. I like to go to baseball, football, basketball games and get autographs. That's generally a kid's field of work, trying to get autographs from adult players. But I like it too because I like to have it in my collection. Parents see this and they immediately think, what is he gonna go home and do with those? Most people would automatically assume that I'm gonna put them on eBay, which isn't the case. I keep them in my collection and I have them as keepsakes, something to remember the occasion. You know, the most confusing scalp to me in history was probably Stanley Cups or currently Labubus. A little less currently Labubus, I don't know. But you can literally go to a Target right now and probably find Stanley Cups on sale. And in the same sense, probably in a couple weeks, you're gonna find Labubus on eBay for like $4 a piece. Or in a landfill somewhere. Probably the latter. Let me put Labubus into perspective. You know about Beanie Babies? Scalpers did pretty much the same exact things they're doing with Pokemon cards and anything else. They bought all the Beanie Babies and held on to them expecting them to rise in value. Shit would start getting crazy in 1995 when Ty would try to create FOMO by announcing that some Beanie Babies would be retired.
There are 28 Beanie Babies in here when you consider retirements that can literally pay for everything right now with what's happening with the retired prices.
And as you know from history, some Beanie Babies that were selling for $5 spiked up to $500 to even $5,000.
Time at $5.99.
Today, we would have to sell all 28 May retireds for around $1,699.
And then it came out of nowhere. Ty announced that they were going to stop producing Beanie Babies.
Ty Incorporated announced over the internet that it's over.
So, is it official?
It's official.
This moment right here was probably one of the biggest L's scalpers have ever taken. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. People are absolutely insane for Beanie Babies. Some people even sunk their retirement funds into them. And ironically enough, the only ones that are valuable today are ones with tags that have misprints on them. Alright, well that's all I really have to say about this. If you're scalping currently, stop scalping, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Alright, bye-bye.